Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rick's English channel.
Great to be here.
So picture this, okay? You are at a coffee shop or maybe you're in a Zoom meeting for work, and someone asks you a really simple question in English.
Oh, I know this feeling.
Right. And suddenly it's just white noise. Your mind goes completely blank.
Yeah, totally blank.
Like you actually know a lot of English words, but you find yourself translating every single sentence in your head,
Right.
speaking one agonizing word at a time, or you're stressing so much over the grammar that you just freeze.
Well, if you have ever felt that cold sweat in a conversation,
Yeah,
you are in the exact right place today.
exactly.
Because by the end of this deep dive, you're going to walk away with a really simple, practical system.
Yeah.
A way to respond faster, build natural sentences, and actually speak with real confidence,
Yeah,
without the panic.
which is huge because today our learning purposes for this deep dive are pretty clear. First, we want to understand why just memorizing endless vocabulary, why that isn't the answer.
Definitely not the answer.
Yes. Second, we are going to learn a really cool four-step speaking system. It's listen, copy, change, and use.
I love that system.
Yeah, it's so practical. And third, we're going to talk about stopping that habit of building sentences word by word.
Right.
And finally, we'll practice how to turn simple phrases into your own natural conversations.
That's the real goal, isn't it?
It really is. So, to kick things off, if a lack of vocabulary isn't the problem, why do so many learners just freeze up when asked a simple question? Like, what did you do yesterday?
Right. It seems like such an easy question, but it basically comes down to cognitive overload.
Okay, cognitive overload.
Yeah. Your brain's working memory, it only has so much space, right?
Right.
So when someone asks, what did you do yesterday? A native speaker just answers. But a learner's brain goes into absolute overdrive.
Because they're trying to do too much.
Exactly. They're trying to build a sentence entirely from scratch. So first, you search your memory for the right vocabulary. Then you run those words through a grammar filter. Like, okay, it's in the past, so we have to conjugate the verb.
Oh, man.
Then you try to translate the whole concept from your native language into English.
Yeah.
And then you mentally check the sentence to make sure it's correct.
And while you're doing all this mental gymnastics, you're just staring at the other person.
Yes.
Like, the clock is ticking. 5 seconds pass, 10 seconds pass.
It is terrifying. I mean, it's just too much computing power for your brain to handle in real time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what results in those painful, stressful pauses. Eventually, you might just squeeze out, yesterday, I go, no, wait, went shopping.
Right, right.
And the listener understands you perfectly fine, but the process is just completely exhausting for you.
You know, it's funny. It reminds me of this really brilliant analogy from our sources. It's like wanting a simple sandwich for lunch, right?
Okay, sandwich.
But instead of just making a sandwich, you think you have to go outside, plant the wheat, wait for it to grow, harvest it. Yeah. Bake the bread, and then build a kitchen from scratch. By the time you actually take a bite, you are exhausted and starving.
That's a perfect way to look at it.
Building a sentence word by word every single time you open your mouth is just way too much effort for a sandwich.
It really is. You are building the kitchen every time you speak. But fluent speakers don't build sentences from scratch like that.
They don't.
No. In cognitive psychology, there's this concept called chunking.
Chunking. Okay.
Yeah. So instead of retrieving individual words, fluent speakers use what we call language patterns.
Okay, what does that mean exactly?
Well, they are pre-made chunks of language. Groups of words that just naturally stay together.
Give me an example of a chunk.
Think of phrases like, I'm not sure, but, or it depends, or the reason is.
Oh, I see.
Right? So your brain doesn't store, I don't know, as 3 separate words. It stores it as one single audio file.
Right.
When these groups of words become familiar to you, you don't have to calculate the grammar.
You just kind of grab the whole phrase.
Exactly. You grab it as one automatic piece.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to push back a little here.
Sure.
If I don't know the vocabulary, how am I supposed to use these patterns? Like, don't we need a massive vocabulary first?
It's a common misconception, but no. Think about how beginners often treat vocabulary.
Okay.
They collect individual vocabulary words like they're collecting stamps.
Like stamp collecting, yeah.
Right. They have hundreds or thousands of these beautiful little stamps stored away in albums in their minds. But they have absolutely no idea how to glue them together in a real situation.
That is so true.
Having a massive vocabulary doesn't actually help you speak if you can't construct the sentence. Learning patterns allows you to use a whole phrase as one automatic piece.
Okay, so this sounds great in theory. Really, it does. But how do we actually learn these patterns without, studying silently in a textbook for another 3 years?
Right. Nobody wants to do that.
Because we've all tried that and it just doesn't work.
You don't have to. The solution is building a very small daily speaking loop.
A speaking loop.
Yes. And it only has 4 steps. Listen, copy, change, and use.
Listen, copy, change, use. Okay, I like that. Let's break this loop down. So
Okay.
step 1 is listen.
Right.
But I'm guessing this isn't just like having a TV on while I wash the dishes, right?
No, not at all. This means active listening. The goal here is to actively hunt for short, useful phrases.
Oh, active listening. Okay.
You aren't trying to memorize a 10-minute video that's overwhelming. You are putting on your detective hat to pick out just 1 or 2 sentences that you could actually use.
Okay. Do you have an example?
Sure. Let's say you're watching a video and you hear someone say, I don't have much time, so I'll do it tomorrow.
I don't have much time, so I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, that is super useful.
Very practical.
But I have a confession. Sometimes I'll just play an English video in the background, while I look at my phone. Does that count for step 1?
I get asked this all the time. And no, passive listening just doesn't work for this step.
Really? Why not?
Because your brain, specifically the part that decides what information is important, needs to be fully engaged.
Right.
If you're scrolling on your phone, your brain just filters the English out as background noise. To catch those practical phrases, you have to be present.
You really have to actively decide to grab that phrase.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've hunted down our phrase. I don't have much time, so I'll do it tomorrow. Step 2 is copy. So I just read it, right?
Actually, you must say the phrase out loud.
Out loud.
Yes. Don't just read it quietly. Your mouth needs the physical practice.
But wait, why does that matter so much? I already understand it in my head.
Because copying the rhythm, the stress, and the emotion, it teaches your brain and your mouth to work together.
Oh, wow. Muscle memory.
Exactly. It is
Oh.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
If you repeat it enough, it literally bypasses the grammar rules.
Okay.
It becomes as automatic as saying thank you. When someone holds the door for you, you don't calculate the grammar for thank you, do
Yeah,
you?
you just say it. It's a reflex.
Right. That's what we want for these phrases.
Okay, so we've listened and we've copied. But, we can't just repeat the exact same sentence forever, right? How do we make it our own?
That brings us to step 3, which is change.
Change. Okay.
This is the magic of swapping out just one part of the pattern. So let's take another example from the source material. I'm a little tired today, but I'm doing okay.
Got it.
So you take that frame and you change one thing.
Oh, I see. So I could swap the feeling. I could say, I'm a little nervous today, but I'm doing okay.
Exactly.
Or I'm a little busy today, but I'm doing okay.
Yes, or you can change the ending.
Oh, right. Like, I'm a little busy today, but I have a lot of work to do.
There you go. You take one familiar pattern and suddenly you have dozens of different, completely natural sentences.
That is so cool. And because I already know the frame is grammatically correct, I don't have to stress about the grammar at all.
Exactly. Which sets you up perfectly for step 4, use.
Step 4, use.
This is the final step. Using the phrase without looking at the original text. You can use it in a real conversation or answer a daily question like, what are you doing this evening?
Right.
Or, honestly, you can just talk to yourself.
Talk to yourself. I have to say, talking to yourself feels a little weird, doesn't it? Like a bit crazy.
It definitely feels strange at first.
Yeah.
I completely validate that. But it is such a powerful, low-pressure sandbox.
A sandbox, just to play around.
Right. There is no one there to judge you. You just narrate your daily tasks, like I'm cutting the vegetables or I'm looking for my keys.
That is a great way to practice without any pressure. So, using these patterns naturally leads us to the biggest question learners have.
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
Yeah. How do I finally stop translating in my native language in my head?
The ultimate question. Well, the reality is you can't just force your brain to stop translating.
You can't.
No, if you just yell at your brain to stop, it panics. You have to replace the translation with familiar English phrases that connect directly to a situation.
Okay, replace it. How?
Well, let's say you need a second to process a question. Instead of silently translating a filler word, you use an English pattern you've physically practiced, like, let me think.
Oh, right. Or if I want to give an opinion, I just automatically use the chunk, to be honest.
Yes. You replace the silent translation time with an English chunk.
A lot of learners think that to avoid translating, they need to speed up. There's this myth that fluency means speaking as fast as humanly possible.
We really need to correct that. Fast is not fluent.
It's really not.
A slow, clear sentence is infinitely better than a fast, confusing one.
Absolutely.
Think about someone rushing. They might say, yesterday I went to the store and I bought some food. It's just a blur.
It makes my brain hurt just trying to listen to that.
Right. It's chaotic. Compare that to a paced version. Yesterday I went to the store, bought some food, and came home. Fluency is about ideas moving smoothly, not quickly.
Yeah. And using natural thinking phrases like, well, or that's a good question. Those aren't signs of bad English.
Not at all.
They are tools to keep you in the conversation while you think.
Native speakers use them all the time.
Okay, let's talk about mistakes. What happens when a learner inevitably makes a mistake? Like, what if I say, yesterday I go to the market?
The most important thing, don't panic and do not stop the conversation.
Because the listener still understands you.
Exactly. You said yesterday, they know it's in the past. The idea crossed over successfully.
Yeah.
You see, confidence doesn't come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking and realizing that mistakes aren't dangerous.
I love that. You realize the sky didn't fall just because you used the wrong verb tense.
Exactly.
So we have the mindset and we have the system. How do we put this into our busy schedules starting today, like practically speaking?
It's actually very easy. You can do the actionable daily plan in about 10 to 15 minutes a day.
Wow, just 10 to 15 minutes. Let's break that down.
Sure. First 3 minutes, listen to a short, easy clip. Just hunt for a phrase.
Okay, 3 minutes of active listening.
Then, 3 minutes. Copy 2 useful sentences aloud. Say them 3 to 5 times each. Really feel the physical rhythm.
Build that muscle memory.
Right. Then, 4 minutes. Change the sentences. Swap out the person, the time, the feeling.
Play around with the pattern.
Yes. And finally, 3 to 5 minutes. Use the phrases to speak out loud about your own actual life.
That is so doable. 10 to 15 minutes a day.
Anyone can fit that in.
As we wrap up, is there a final thought we can leave the listeners with?
Yes. I want you to think about this. Think of English not as math tests where you lose points for every mistake.
Okay, not a math test.
Right. Think of it as a bridge. The goal of a bridge isn't to look mathematically perfect. The goal is to get your ideas from your mind into someone else's mind.
Just get the idea across the gap.
Exactly. If the idea crosses the bridge, you have succeeded.
I love that so much. And I'll add something for you guys to mull over. What if your native language isn't actually a barrier? What if that stressful translation habit is just a symptom of being too smart for your own good? Like, your brain wants to express these really complex, sophisticated thoughts, but your English bridge isn't quite built for heavy traffic yet.
That's a great way to put it.
Right. What if you just need to give your brain permission to be simple again, to just build a sturdy, simple bridge first?
Start simple. Build from there.
Exactly. All right, it is time for a challenge. We want you to try step 4, use, right now in the comments.
Yes, try it out.
Complete the sentence. I'm trying to improve my English because...
But remember the rule. You have to say it aloud to yourself before you type it.
Good point. Say it aloud before you type. Tell us your reason in the comments.
Feel the physical rhythm of it in your mouth.
So if this deep dive helped you look at speaking English in a totally new way, please be sure to like and subscribe to Rick's English channel.
And share it with a friend who always gets nervous speaking.
Yes, definitely. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep moving forward. See you in the next deep dive.